What does it mean when you say jack of all trades and master of none? What does that really mean? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. Why can't I do everything? Why can't you do everything? Like, you don't just walk, you can run. You don't just run, you can walk. Why is it a thing that people say you should master one thing and not do multiple things? Well, I'm gonna tell you what that means in the professional world. What they're basically saying is specialize in something.
All right. You're gonna learn today.
But this is the problem with specializing in just one thing. And I'm saying this as somebody who's gone through a career of doing a lot of different things. Not because I wanted to, but because I was asked to, but it made me a very versatile person in the professional world as a creative. What it does when you specialize in one thing, yes, it makes you it can make you a master of that craft, but what happens when that goes away? You've spent all these years training to do that one thing that goes away, or you've been replaced by somebody who does it better, and then you can't find a way back in because you didn't take the time to learn other things along the way because you focused so much on that one thing. Well, there was a period of time in the creative career where that was a very good thing to do, was to specialize in something. Well, I'm telling you this. What you want to do is be able to move around. It doesn't mean don't master something, but what it means is master something and do something else. See, this is the thing that we often do to ourselves. It's usually a or instead of and. So we can do this or this. Well, why can't we do this and this?
All right. You're gonna learn today.
You don't have to be just a creative. You can be a person who dives into being a creative and a business person and an investor and this and this and this. And you can continue to add to your titles. One thing doesn't have to be it. I'm not in agreement with that whole statement of being a master of just one thing. And let's get into why real quick as far as it pertained to me. When I first started working, I wanted to be a web designer. That's all I wanted to be. And I practiced at it. I learned Flash. It was like animation for the web, basically. I worked in it, I got a job, and then all of a sudden, Flash went away. So now I had to pivot into something else. The good thing for me is it wasn't all I could do because the job that I was at the time said, can you animate? And they didn't mean web animations. They meant, can I do like After Effects work? And I was like, yeah, sure. Like, my degree is in that anyway, and I'm a graphic designer. They were like, well, we're gonna try you out here instead of just laying you off. I moved into strictly a video role for a second, doing intro animations. And then that work kind of fizzled out there too. And then they needed somebody who could do print graphics. And because I was in graphic design, I can do that. I can go from animation to print graphics, back to web design. I could do sound design. I ended up having to do the recording sessions for the voice talent when they came in. But that's what being a jack of all trades does for you. The common misconception is that if a person is a jack of all trades, is that they don't take one thing serious. I take everything I do equally serious. Am I better at one thing over the other? At times, yes. At times, I was better at being a web designer until I had to pivot and become an animator. So then I put my time into that. But I still knew how to do the other things. I still know how to do that thing. I still know how to do that thing. So I just kept increasing my skills in all the different things. When things would fizzle out, they wouldn't necessarily fizzle out for me. And I would watch other people around me go, man, that's great that you know so many different things. And the thing about it is, people have used that statement of being a jack of all trades and a master of none, but I've gotten so much credit and so much respect for being able to do multiple things, being willing to learn other things, because I had to teach myself 3D at a different job in order to stay there. That benefited me because it kept me constantly working. Like, I love being able to do different things, but now I'm so focused on video. I don't typically like to go back to the other things, but it doesn't mean that I don't work at them still, that I don't keep myself fresh, that I don't look to see what the next new thing is. Because as programs change, as the industry changes, what I try to do for myself and what I'm telling you to do is, even though there's something that you probably like a lot, if you have multiple things that you do, learn how to merge them. Learn how to make them work together. Because what that does is it gives you a specialization that's all encompassing to the things you do. Because not everybody can do all the things that you do, and not everybody can do all the things you do and make them work together. I will tell you this, working as a creative professional, being able to do the job is better than just mastering that thing. Because if you do the job, you'll get paid, and then what'll happen is you can level up your own stuff by getting training, by getting help, by stepping away from the things that you don't necessarily want to do. So it's a big benefit to you to make it an and instead of an or. Don't feel like you have to give up something just to do this other thing. Don't let other creatives or the world tell you you have to be this one thing, because it's not the way it works. Now, I will say this, if you are a master of just that one thing, that's great. Especially if you're rolling with it and working, because there are places that are for you. But what I will say is, that person that knows a lot of stuff, you have a lot of opportunities that that person that just knows the one thing might not. It's just a matter of how serious do you take each thing. And I think that's what it's saying by jack of all trades and master of none. It's not saying that I don't believe that it's saying that the person that does everything is disqualified from things. I think what it's saying is, don't just dabble in things. If you're going to do it fully. If you're going to do it, don't go into it 50%, go into it 100%. It's saying that if you're going to do it, be completely all in. It's okay to do multiple things if you take each thing serious. This is the thing about being a professional. Industries change. You can be a master today and not tomorrow, because it could completely change to something else that you're not comfortable with or you're not familiar with, and then you have to figure it out. And it's almost like starting over. Do multiple things if that's what you want to do. Don't feel like you're less than the person who has mastered that one thing. You're not. You are a benefit to many companies, you're a benefit to many people, and you will get many clients by being good at all those things. And then as you get in there and you do those things, just keep working at it. And then you'll master all of them. With that being said, what I'm gonna ask you to do is like this video. I need that support. And subscribe to my channel, Creatively Speaking. I hope that these videos help you. I hope that you're able to get something from it. But the other videos on my channel are equally good. You can get so much information by just going through my videos and finding ones that are for you. Just start one, see if you like it. Be creative, stay stress-free, and do the best work that you can do, no matter how many different arenas you step in. With that being said, I'm out. Until next time.